Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to the day 20 of our 21 days self-love practice. Successfully, we have completed 90 days, and today we are entering into 20th day. Are you all excited?
Yes, sir. Super excited.
Yes, Richard.
Amazing. Let us start now. So today is day 20. So here we go. Yeah, today's topic is teaching mirror work to your children. So and we have been doing this self-love since last 19 days, and we know the impact, we know the kind of benefits, we know the kind of the changes that happened in this 19 days of time. So make sure, like, if you're experiencing a lot of miracles and magics, so now it's time to teach your children how to do this self-love. Okay. And children also face the stresses of life. Like every day, they also face stresses. Like us, they also face a lot of stresses. Yes or not? How many of you have children, by the way? Type me if you have children, one or two, or son, daughter, anything. Fine. Because you might be thinking, okay, they don't have any responsibility, or they don't have any accountability. And we as in adults, we think that we have so much of responsibility or too much of responsibilities, right? And we think having stress is very natural to us because we are taking responsibility as an adult, and you are simply giving a reason for that. Because of I'm having responsibilities, I'm feeling stress. It's just an excuse. It's a mind. You are giving excuses, and because of which you are stopping all the abundance flow into your life. And release all these reasons, excuses, or conditions. If I ask you, you should be happy for no reason. Don't bring that responsibility. Okay, why children are so happy? You tell that they don't have any responsibilities. Do you know how many responsibilities they have? They have to make sure that they are meeting your expectations, their friends' expectations, teachers' expectations, society expectations, and their expectations also. Do you think that they don't have any responsibility? Children, your sons or your daughters, do you think that they don't have any responsibility? They don't have any stress in their life? Do you know how much stress they are going through? Lot of competition, lot of pressure from the parent side as well as from the teacher's side also. Yes or no? And you say that they don't have any responsibility, they don't have any stress. Likewise, how we experience the stress, even they are also going through some stress and the pressure. Understand? And never ever give excuses such as, okay, since they are children, so they don't have any responsibility. Because I am an adult, I am a mother, I am a father, I have too much of responsibilities. So having stress is natural. So don't give all these excuses. Even they have it, but still they are happy. They don't give excuses. I have too much of responsibility. They never ever give. They are happy. They are in the present moment. Make sure you practice. And at the same time, we must also teach the self-love mirror work practice to our children also, because they're also going through a lot of stress, lot of pain, because a lot of pressure from the parents also, a lot of pressure from the teachers also, lot of pressure because of their own expectations. You want them, you make them to set a higher expectations for themselves, which is beyond their own power. Yes, we have that power to achieve everything, but don't force them, don't push them. It has to come from within, and just allow your children to be who they truly are. We know who we truly are. We are a pure divine souls. There's a pure consciousness. We are divine. We are gods. We are the universe. And same way, they're also like a pure divine souls. They're also pure consciousness. Just you allow them to be who they truly are. Don't force, don't pressurize. Okay. And because of all these, what they're going through in every day-to-day life, the pressure from the parents, pressure from the teachers, pressure from their competition, pressure from the co-students. So they're also going through stress, and it's very, very important to teach them how to accept, how to love themselves, no matter who they are currently. Okay, do you all take 1 second? Yeah, sorry for the few minutes delay. Yeah. So now it's time to teach your children also to how to accept them, how to love them. So why is it so important to teach them how to love and accept yourself? How many of you noticed huge difference in this 90 days of time, except the new members who joined today? Like if you could see a lot of changes in yourself, then just imagine your children are so fresh. They are so fresh. Their mind is so fresh. If you can teach them how to love and accept yourself, how to accept themselves from this age, how their life is going to be. Now you're all realizing that, okay, if I would have learned in my childhood, then my life would have been different. Like mine would have been more happier, joyful. Yes, we are all thinking now. Even I am thinking, like everybody will think. But and at least give this opportunity to your children. Teach them how to love themselves. Teach them how to accept themselves. Teach them to be grateful. That's what. Today, it's all about teaching self-love and mirror work to your children. Okay? Are you all excited, those who have children? Even if you're not a children, like if you are going to be a parent, like a future parent, still, this is applicable for you. Okay? And you cannot give excuses, I don't have children. You're going to be a parent, maybe very soon, or maybe later, maybe few years later, but still you have to learn and you have to know how to parent, like become a parent for your own. Like every one of us, there is inner child within us. Don't say that I have a child. Even you have an inner child, now you must learn how to parent your inner child. If you don't have children, if you have children, teach them how to do the self-love. Is it clear before we start? Are you all clear? Great. Let me share the screen. Here we go. Yeah. Children also face the stresses of life. Today, you learn how to practice mirror work with the little ones, and you watch the miracles that happen to them. You are nearly at the end of this course and you are doing beautifully. Okay, you are doing beautifully. Louise is saying that you're doing beautifully and she's appreciating us. I applaud your commitment and your dedication. So she is even appreciating and she's applauding and commitment and dedication. Every day you practice your mirror work, you are giving yourself the gift of love. This is the best gift that one can give to themselves. It's a self-love, acceptance, approval. And every day you practice your mirror work, you are letting go of old negative beliefs. You have been carrying them up as a children. This is very, very important. To practice your mirror work, you are letting go of old negative beliefs and you have been carrying around for so long, from many years. Where this negative beliefs come from? We picked up as children. We absorbed every word that was said to us by our parents, by our teachers, by relatives, by friends, everyone whomever we meet. The more we heard our parents or other adults saying negative things about us, the more we believe them. If like I don't know how many of you can relate to this. Like if your parents have told that you are an intelligent person, definitely will become an intelligent person. But if your parents would have said like, okay, you will never get it wrong, you will never get the success, you will be like this, and because of that, still you are carrying those memories in your mind, still carrying that beliefs in your mind, because of which you are not able to allow the abundance to flow joyously into your life. How many of you are getting this? You might be thinking, okay, it's been childhood was over, but still some of you are carrying that negative thoughts, negative beliefs, negative thought pattern, negative belief system, negative emotions, negativity about yourself, that you are not good enough, that you'll never do right, that you'll never get the success. All these things still we are carrying on a subconscious level. On a conscious level, you might say that, no, I'm not carrying because my childhood was over. But on your subconscious level, still some of you may be carrying the negativity, what you heard, what you experienced in your childhood, which is still stopping your abundance flow. Now, the more we practice this self-love, the more we let go of this old pattern, old negative beliefs, old negative thinking, old negative emotions, which is no longer supporting our spiritual growth. Are you all clear? Rekha and Monica, are you all clear?
Yes.
Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
And where did this negative beliefs come from? We picked up at them as a children. We absorbed every word that was said to us. The more we heard our parents or the adults saying negative things about us, the more we believed them to be true. Growing up, we often called one another cruel or hurtful names and belittled one another, being little to yourself. But why did we do this? Where did we learn such behavior? Many of us were told by our parents or teachers that we were stupid or dumb or lazy, that we were troublemakers or not good enough. Maybe we cringed when we heard these statements, but we believed them to be true. Little did we realize how much these beliefs hurt, how deeply embedded our pain and shame would become. Look back at some of your more difficult lessons of this course, lessons in which you uncovered beliefs that were blocking you. When you did your mirror work and journaling, did you find that those beliefs often stem from past hurts from your childhood? Yes or no? Many of our beliefs, negative thought patterns, negative behavior, we got it from our childhood, maybe by observing our parents, by hearing what they used to say and believing that to be true for us, that if they keep saying that you are a lazy person, you are dumb, you're not intelligent, then we believe that is true. Because for children's, parents are the role models. We take them as a role models. And whatever you say for them, they will believe it because their mind is so fresh. They don't have a critical filter. Okay, I know what I am. Like in the childhood, they don't know who they truly are. They don't know what their worth is. But if you say that you are a dumb, you are a lazy fellow, they'll become a lazy. Because their mind is so fresh, whatever you tell, it directly goes into the subconscious mind because there is no critical filter. As an adults, we have a critical filter. Only with the repetition, we'll allow something into subconscious. But as in children, we allow whatever we see, whatever we observe, whatever we listen, whatever we speak, that becomes true for us. And by teaching this self-love to your children, they start accepting themselves no matter how they are looking. Nowadays, the major problem what the children face is comparison or inferiority. If the other children are scoring more marks, they think that they don't deserve anything. They don't deserve to live a good life. How many of you as a parents, like you notice this kind of negative behavior, like low confidence, low self-worth in your children? Type me, because it's not only you, many of the children, they face these issues nowadays. Like if you are a parent, if you are noticing in your children, so type, I noticed. So now it's time to teach them self-love and acceptance, no matter whether they are scoring good or not. So first you are the person who put a label on your child that, okay, you are not intelligent, you are dumb, you are lazy. If you are doing it, if you are telling all these negative things about your daughter or a son, what other people are going to say? What other people are going to say about your children? As a parents, I'm asking you, let's say if you keep telling your son or daughter, you are not intelligent, you are dumb, you are lazy, what other people are going to say? about your child? Will they say positive? And let's forget about what other people are going to say. Think about how your child is going to feel, your son is or daughter is going to feel if you keep saying you're dumb, you're not illiterate, you're a lazy person. They believe they don't deserve anything. They are not good enough. That's the reason they form a belief called I'm not good enough. When they feel I'm not good enough, they keep procrastination. That's a root cause for procrastination. You put a lot of pressure. Okay, get up on time. Somewhere they are feeling that I'm not good enough. Somewhere they're feeling I'm not worthy enough. That's the reason they are not able to get up. They're not only getting up, even for doing any task and activities also, they may procrastinate, they may postpone, they may not do on time. It's because somewhere they believe that they are not good enough. Somewhere they believe that they are not worthy enough, because of which they may not able to perform well in their studies, also perform well in the personal life also. How many of you are understanding as a parents? How many of you are realizing it? If yes, type me in the chat box. This is very sensitive subject. So that's the reason I'm taking a lot of time. It's been already 30 minutes is over now, 22 minutes. But why I'm taking so much of time to explain this concept? Because this is very, very important. As a parent, if you are not coaching your children, then who's going to guide your children? Because they are not in a position to understand all these things. They are not in a position to integrate into their life. But as a parent, you're spending time here with us, understanding how we need to live our life. Then now it's your responsibility. Now it's your job or duty to coach them as a parent. If you yourself is not guiding your child, then who is going to guide you? Do you think the teachers is going to guide you? Of course they are not, because they themselves doesn't know how to love and accept themselves, how they can teach the love and acceptance. In fact, they are the one who compares a lot. Not all the teachers, maybe few of the teachers. Are you all getting it? Now you must guide your children. You must guide them. You must coach them to love and accept, approve of themselves exactly the way they are. Again, say, yes, I love my daughter. Again, you put a condition, but I don't like her behavior, or I don't like her laziness. I love my son, but I don't like about him, but like he plays a lot, or he disturbs me a lot. He's very crazy. The moment you put but, that's a conditional loving. And you are the one actually who is, because your children, they are a reflection of you. So now it's time for you to understand that you need to work on yourself. Like many of our members, they started working on themselves, and even their children, like even their sons and daughters also, behavior has also changed. And recently Bhavana, I think Bhavana is not here, Bhavana has told that she started working on herself. It's been only 1 week of time, and her son also, he started focusing more on his studies. She didn't tell anything, okay, you study well, you only follow this schedule or get up on this time. She didn't tell anything. Only thing what she did was she started working on herself. And the moment he started working on herself, then automatically her son behavior also has changed. He started focusing more on the studies. Isn't it a magic? Because they are a reflection of you. So if you start working, if you start loving, automatically they also love themselves, because for them, you are the role model. You are the hero for them. They treat you as a role model. So now it's time to work on ourselves. At the same time, we need to teach these concepts, the self-love concept, mirror work practice to your children also. Okay. Now I want you to type in the chat box, I am the coach for my children. If you don't have a children, you have an inner child within you and you have to become a coach. I am the coach for my children. Type it in the chat box. It's a suggestion. It's a command for your mind. I want every one of you to type it in the chat box. Now I am the coach for my children, and you are the guide. You are the coach for them. You must coach. If you don't coach your daughter or a son, then who is going to coach? Yes, I want you to be the coach for yourself. At the same time, I want you to be coach for your daughter or son. By the way, are you all enjoying this concept? Are you all enjoying
Yes.
it?
Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely.
Especially Rekha, Monica, and especially the parents. Are you all getting it? Now, like Sagar, this is a very big opportunity for you to now to coach your daughter. Okay?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
And
Absolutely.
very engaged. Like this, she's how many months old?
Sir, she's 6 months old, sir. She's
6 months
completed
old.
6.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think you are really blessed. You are understanding, you are learning all these concepts in a very early age. So now you can teach, you can coach your daughter, okay, to love
Yes,
and
sir.
accept
Yes.
herself. Do not
Yes.
judge, do not blame, do not put labels on your son, on your daughters. Okay, that's my sincere request to all the parents. Do not put
Sure, sir.
labels, do not judge them, do not criticize them, do not hurt them. So this is my sincere request to everyone, because let's say if I hurt you, if I judge you, if I criticize you, how do you feel? Do you all feel good if I judge you, if I criticize you, if I hurt you? Of course not. Then how your child is going to feel if you hurt them, if you judge them, if you label them? Okay, you should supposed to behave like this. You should. Remove that word should from your life. Then your relationships with your children is going to be very beautiful. Not only with your children, with your spouse, with your parents, with your in-laws, with your co-workers, with your team, with everybody, your relationships are going to blossom. It's going to flourish. The moment you remove the word should, like initially we had a whole topic on this one word, removing the should from our vocabulary. Okay. Remove the word should from your vocabulary from now onwards, not from tomorrow, but from now onwards. You should not use the word should. And even I'm using the word should. You should not use the word should. So you could avoid using that word. Okay, then you see the magic. Okay, so far so good. Great. We have not completed even a second page, but still I want you to give as much as time. Even I am taking so much of time to explain this concept. These are very, very important concepts. At the same time, these are very sensible, and these concepts needs explanation. So please bear with me. So already we have completed 30 minutes. And is it okay if I take another 30 minutes?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Give thumbs up if you turn on your video. Otherwise, you can give the symbol. Okay, great. How about others? Those who are not saying yes, or those who are not, yeah, give thumbs up. Yes. Some of you giving, yes, that icon. Great. Yes, growing up, we often called one another cruel, hurtful names, belittled one another. But why did we do this? Where did we learn such behavior? Many of us were told by our parents or teachers that we were stupid, dumb, or lazy, that we were troublemakers, not good enough. Maybe we cringed when we heard these statements, but we believed them. Little did we realize how much these beliefs hurt, how deeply embedded our pain and shame would become. Look back at some of more difficult lessons of this course, and lessons in which you uncovered beliefs that were blocking you. When you did your mirror work and journaling, did you find that those beliefs often stemmed from past hurts from your childhood? Yes, it is true. I was not taught in school that my choice of words could have an effect on my life. And nobody even learned, even I didn't learn, even my sister, nobody has learned in our childhood that our words has so much of power. Our thoughts has so much of power. Did any of you learn that your thoughts and words have so much of power and it could impact your life? Nobody, none of us we have learned. So now we are learning it. We are fortunate enough that we are learning at this early age. Though you think that, okay, I am 50 or 40, it doesn't really matter. Okay, at least now you're learning. Be blessed. And now also it's time to teach your children also this self-love concept. because their life, like how now you all became more peaceful, more loving and gentle to yourself, same way even your children also, they are going to be gentle and kind to themselves. They're going to start loving, accepting themselves. So it's very, very important you teach them these concepts. And I was not taught in the school that my choice of word that would have an effect on my life. No one taught me that my thoughts were creative, that they could literally shape my destiny, or that what I gave out verbally would return to me as life experiences. No one ever taught me that I was worth loving, that I deserve to have good things happen to me. Certainly nobody taught me that life was here to support me. We can change all that for our children now. See, when we were children, nobody was there to guide us. Now we are thinking that, okay, if I had known all these concepts in my childhood, then my entire life would have been different. Now you are thinking that. Now give this opportunity to your children. Let them learn all these concepts. Let them learn how their words impacting their life, how their thoughts can impact their life, how their thoughts can create their own reality. How this self-love and self acceptance, self-approval, gratitude, appreciation, love, these concepts could potentially change their future. So teach them all these things, because when we were children, we didn't have this opportunity. At least now, give your children this opportunity, because don't do the same mistakes what your parents did. It's not even a mistake, because they don't know. Our parents did not know, and they could not teach us. And now we know. So when we know, and when we don't teach, it's completely our mistake. Our parents, they did not know, so they could not teach. So it's not their mistake. And we know, now we are learning all this self-love, self-acceptance, self-approval, gratitude, appreciation, love, peaceful, joyful. We are learning it. Now, if you're not teaching it, then definitely it is your mistake. Okay, and don't treat it as a mistake. So at least pass this knowledge, pass this opportunity to them, so that their life becomes more meaningful and more joyful, more peaceful, more calm. Okay, that's what we truly need, right? And what you truly need also, even your children, they need also peaceful life. They need also joyful life. They also need happy life, abundant life. So let's give them. Okay, it's not only because now we are learning, so we must share, or we must give this opportunity to our children also to love and accept themselves and to practice gratitude, so that their life is going to very, very easy, very, very peaceful, very, very abundant. Okay, I want you to give the promise. I promise that I share this knowledge with my children. I promise that I share this knowledge with my children. So promise, I want you to promise me. Type it in the chat box. This is a given, it is a command, this is a suggestion for your mind. Every time you type it in the chat box, you are commanding your mind. Whatever you say to your mind, it will listen. Maybe initially it may not accept, but the more you repeat, the more you give suggestions, the more you give comments, it's going to listen to you, and it's going to perform according to your own suggestions and your commands. Yes, make sure you mute yourself throughout this session. Whenever it is required, I'll only ask you to unmute yourself. Yeah, we can change all of that for our children now. One of the most important things we can do for them is that to remind them of the basic truth that they are lovable. See, we know how important we are, and we know, do you all deserve love? Are you all lovable? Do you all deserve love, and are you all lovable? Yes. Now, even like your children also, do they deserve love?
They deserve.
They are lovable.
Yes.
Yes. Even how we deserve love, how we feel like we are lovable, same way even they deserve love. They also lovable. And because of our labeling, judging, criticism, they feel that they are not lovable. They don't deserve love. And when you stop all this blaming, judgment, criticism, or labeling, that's when they start accepting themselves. That's when you as a parent, if you don't accept your children, then who's going to accept them? They are not going to accept them because you are not accepting them, because you are the role model for them. And in their entire life, they will not learn this concept, self-love and self-acceptance. So it's a time. So no matter whether your son or daughter is got married already, if you have children, or they've not got married, they're studying, or they're adult, they're younger, they're very, maybe infant, maybe 2 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old, it doesn't really matter. Whatever their age is, so share this knowledge with them, accept them, approve them, and love them exactly the way they are, because they are lovable. They deserve love. And same way, we also deserve love. And now we are loving ourselves. Same way, even they deserve love. They are lovable. Give back love to them. Children today have a lot more issues to deal with than we did when we were their age. Yes or no? When we were children, we didn't had so much of competition. Yes, there was competition, but not the competition what we have right now. Grade A, grade B, grade C, grade D, and all, multiple levels, a lot of competition. I think every month they'll have a competition, maybe for exams, maybe for some sports. Every day it's a competition. Every day is a pressure from them. Pressure from the family, pressure from the teacher side, pressure from their friends. Do you believe that we were also blessed when we were children, when we were studying? So we didn't had all these challenges. What the children, like the children, what they are going through currently. Do you all feel you're really blessed?
Yes.
Yes, we were all really blessed. When we were children, we didn't had all these difficulties. We didn't know all this technology. And we were so happy. We were so joyful. Whatever the marks that we used to get, we used to feel happy, very happy. And we never used to maybe compare ourselves with our children. Maybe have done, but not so. Now, maybe not the way how the people are comparing now. Every day it's a comparison. You come when the gathering happens. Especially when the gathering happens, they talk more like they compare their children with other children. So, and don't tell that you're appreciating your own son or daughter. By appreciating, you're telling that, oh, my son has scored this much, oh, my daughter has scored this much. That means you're indirectly you're criticizing the other children and thinking that, okay, they are not my children, but we're all the children of the God, children of the universe. So we're all connected. That's what we learn every single day in the morning. Oneness, Nirvana Shatkam. At the deep down, we are all that pure consciousness. We are the eternal bliss. So we're all connected. And it's a feeling of separation that creates more problems. So your children, other children are also same. So type it in the chat box. My children and other children are also same. They're all divine souls. They're all divine beings. So never treat them. And you may say that I'm appreciating my own daughter or son. You can appreciate it at your home. Why you wanted to appreciate it in front of gathering? Because you wanted to feel good. You wanted to feel proud. And by feeling that proud, that is nothing but ego, and you are hurting the other children. You are hurting the other parents. That's not right. Not at all right. Okay. And especially this happens in the gatherings. Don't do it. Gather. Okay, just enjoy. Talk to them. Be lovable. Be gentle. Be kind to them. And same thing, you also expect them, then everything is going to be very happy and joyful. Okay. Okay. Today you're learning many more things. It's flowing. So enjoy this class. It is important that we instill. Okay. Have we done? Okay. Let me, children today have a lot more issues to deal with than we did when we were children, when we were their age. They are steadily barraged with news about the critical state of the world and continually having to make complex choices. How children handle these challenges is a direct reflection of how they truly feel about themselves. And how they truly feel about themselves is directly linked to how you treat them. If you treat bad, they feel bad. If you treat good, they feel good. So it's all about you, because your children is a reflection of you. The more children love and respect themselves, the easier it will be for them to make the right choices in their life. Like why the children nowadays make a lot of wrong choices, even the adults also. Why do they make wrong choices? Because they don't love themselves, they don't accept themselves enough, and they try to look for the something outside of them to fulfill their emptiness. When they feel I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough, they look for something outside of them to make this void full. Maybe taking drugs. That's what many of the children nowadays addicted to drugs, addicted to social media. Why they are addicted to social media? Because they're not finding the joy within them. When they truly love and accept themselves, we will find the joy within us. And when we don't feel that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, we look for something outside of us to make us feel happy, to make us feel whole, complete. But whereas we are already whole, we are already complete, we are already worthy, we are already good enough. And teach your children this. Otherwise, definitely they will be addicted to social media, they will be addicted to other, missed things. So make sure you treat them, because once they are finding the joy within, they won't look for something outside, like such as social media or drugs. Like many people, many parents nowadays, they complain about, okay, my daughter or son is addicted to social media, addicted to mobile phones. Why they are addicted? Because they are not finding the joy within them. Maybe they are not feeling worthy enough. That's the reason they are looking the happiness in the external things. Why don't you understand as a parent? Because we ourselves, we don't know. Now we are learning, and some of you might be knowing. Now it's time to teach them also. Even if you are addicted to social media, if you are addicted to drugs, if you are addicted to any mischiefs, so it's because you're not finding the joy within, you're not feeling the worthy enough, you're not feeling the happiness within, and you're looking for something to make it full. You're already full, okay, as you are, exactly the way you are. Okay, and in this context, I would like to bring Sagar. So Sagar, if you don't mind, can you share like how, like you stopped earlier, how you used to take this alcohol, and now how you stopped by feeling the joy within, like after joining the classes? You would like to share with us, Sagar,
Yes,
if you
sir.
don't
Yes, sir.
mind.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I'll share. As sir,
1 second, Sagar.
initially,
So let me. So can you turn on your video or your shop?
no, sir. Actually, I'm giving swing to my daughter, so that's why.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
she's sleeping,
Okay.
so lights are turned off. That's why.
Okay. Well, let's read. Okay, you're able to speak. She'll get
Yeah,
disturbed.
yeah. No problem, sir. I'll speak.
Okay, just for 1 minute, you can share. 1 second. Let me pin. Yes, sir. Yes, Sagar. Just for a few minutes, you can tell like how you used to take alcohol and how you stopped and what made you to stop that.
Sir, you know that the situations was really very pathetic initially, as I have shared with you
Yes.
about related to my marriage and all. I have shared with you all the things.
Yeah.
So, sir, I was in touch, and in last 2 or 3 months,
Mm.
I got strongly addicted. Every night, because I was sleepless. I was not having patience, not having peace, not having anything, sir. But after, sir, I joining the session. Sir, I really do not wanted to, consume any more now. Right now, I'm taking my dinner at 7 only, and I'm preparing for the sessions. I don't know why I quit, how I did that. Yes, sir, but I did. I don't even wanted to feel now. Yes, I'm addicted. My addiction has completely gone now, sir. Right now, because since last 2 months, I'm doing the session. So I have not done anything. I have not consumed even a single time in those 2 months, sir. So I'm really happy for that, and all the credit goes to you and Manjula ma'am also, because you have not told me to leave that. It it gets dissolved automatically, sir. Really, sir. Lots
Yes.
of gratitude from my side, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let us all applaud Sagar for being so gentle and kind enough to share even his personal side of side to us, because by this now we understood, see, even we never, not only for Sagar. So thank you so much, Sagar, for sharing.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
We
much,
truly
sir.
appreciate your sharing. Thank you. See, yeah, I'm not only to Sagar, we don't suggest anybody to stop to all that negativity. Automatically, once they find the joy within, they'll not be addicted to any drugs or any alcohol or something mischiefs. Because the true joy is within. And once you're feeling that, you don't like to look for something else. Yes or no? Let's say if the food already is enough in our plate, do you really look outside? If the food is sufficient on your plate, so will you really look at the outside or somebody else's plate? You focus on your plate, and you focus, like you're feeling hungry, you focus on your plate because there is sufficient food on your plate. So now, even this also, like let's say you are addicted to social media, or your children are addicted to social media, or you are addicted to drugs, or your children are addicted to drugs. Understand that maybe they are feeling inside they're not worthy enough. They are feeling I'm not good enough. They're feeling they are not lovable. They're feeling that emptiness. And because of they're trying to fill this void with something outside of us. That could be social media, that should be any games or any addiction such as drugs also. So understand, as a parent, you must understand. Even if you are doing that, you understand first, you realize it first. Now, as a parent, I want you to understand your children also. If they are doing it, don't tell them you are like this. Again, don't judge, don't label them. Accept them, love them as they are. Once they feel love of themselves, about themselves, they feel they are good enough, they feel they are lovable, automatically they'll stop. Like how Sagar has stopped, and we don't suggest it. Even we have not spoken a word, even in the call which I had personally in the initially for 45 minutes or 1 hour of time, I didn't tell anything about his alcoholics consuming that alcohol. Not even a single word. Like I never told him that you join program, you will stop. I didn't even tell, because we know for sure automatically a person, if they're feeling happiness, joy within them, they don't look for something else, and we know for sure this. So now, as a parent, you must understand this, and you must also understand your children well. Okay. Yes, and it's important that we instill in our children a sense of independence, power, the knowledge that they can make a difference in today's world. Above all, it is important to teach them to love who they are, who they truly are, and to know that they are good enough no matter what, no matter whether they are scoring good, no matter whether behaving well or not, still they deserve love. And once you start loving and accepting them, automatically you will see their behavior change instantly, miraculously, and magically. That's a power. Young people are looking up to us and listening to every word we say. Be shining example of positive statements and affirmation. Be the person, like even Mahatma Gandhi has told, be the change you want to see in the world. So if you want your children to behave well, if you want your children to say positive things all the time, first you be that person. All the time say positive things, positive affirmation, so that they will also learn from you. So be the person you wanted to change. So now as a parents, because they treat you as a role model, for them, you are the hero, you are the heroine for them. So make sure you are that role model and speak all the time positive statements, positive affirmation, so that they will also learn from you. If you are looking at social media, they will also look at social media. If you are playing games, they will also play the games. If you're consuming alcohol, they will also learn to consume alcohol. Very simple. If you are wasting your time, if you are procrastinating, they will also procrastinate. Very simple. Now, whatever you are expecting from your child, so first make sure you meet your expectations. Okay, then you can think of your daughter or son's expectation. First, meet your expectations, like be the person you wanted to change. And expecting from them, it's good, but make sure are you doing really good? You are expecting a positive behavior from them. Like you are expecting you want your children, you want your daughter or son to behave positive all the time, but are you really doing it? Are you really positive all the time? But when some problem challenges comes, you will become stressful, you become more angry, and that's what even do. When they don't score well, or when somebody says negative about themselves, even they'll become angry and they'll show anger on you or on your family members. Okay, make sure you are meeting your own expectations before you expect from your daughter or son. And yeah, young people are looking up to us, listening to every word we say. Be a shining example of positive statement affirmation. When you begin to believe them, so will your children. So when you believe it, they'll also believe. When you love yourself, they'll also love. When you accept them, they'll also start accepting them. Nurture the children in your life just as you are learning to nurture yourself. How you nurture yourself, same way you nurture them also. Remember, nobody has the perfect child or a perfect parent. Okay, understand that nobody is a perfect parent, nobody is a perfect child. We are all bound to make poor choices at one time or another, and that's completely all right. That is simply part of learning and growing. It's a part of evolution. And it's process. What is important is to love your children unconditionally, and most important, to love yourself unconditionally. First, we must learn, because I'm very sure in this 19 days of time, we all learned how to learn ourselves unconditionally. Now it's time to love our children unconditionally, and then watch the miracles happen for your children as well as for yourself. Yes, we love our children, but as I said initially, I love my daughter, but I don't like her behavior, or I don't like her, she's not getting good marks. I love my son, but I don't like, because he spends a lot of times in playing games. The moment you use but, that's a condition. You're putting a condition. That's a conditional loving, not unconditional loving. Love them, accept them exactly the way they are. Automatically, they'll stop. Automatically, they'll stop all the addiction once they start feeling the joy within them. Once they start feeling they are lovable, they are good enough. They don't look for something else to make them feel whole, complete, worthy, because they're already worthy enough. You teach them how worthy they are. Accept them, love them exactly the way they are. Automatically, they feel the worthiness, and they'll stop all the nonsense things. Okay, be it addicted to social media, addicted to drugs nowadays. Even very young age, people are addicted to drugs, smoking, alcohol, all those things. So, and to stop it, not to tell them in front of that, oh, you are doing this, you are doing this, you are doing this mistake. Don't label, don't judge them, but start giving them love, start giving them acceptance, start accepting them, start approving them. Once they feel that they are worthy enough, they feel good about themselves, automatically they'll stop looking for something which is outside of them, because the joy is already within them, and they'll find the source for that joy. And this is the eternal joy, this is the eternal bliss. Okay, then a lot of miracles happen in your life also. A lot of miracles can happen in your children's life also. Okay, right, now let's take your mirrors, everybody. Take your mirrors, and I want you to look in them in your mirror. I want you to say, I can be what I want to be. I can do what I want to do. All life supports me. We have to say this. Let us all do it together. First, everyone unmute yourself. Let me see how many of you have unmuted. Everyone unmute. Karthik sir, Shira Mohan sir, Mitra, please unmute yourself. Okay, Karthik sir, it looks like you're in office. Fine. Yeah. Now, take your right hand, keep it on your beautiful heart. Tell yourself, I can be what I want to be.
I can be what I want to be.
I can be what I want to be.
I can do what I want to do.
I can
do what I want to do.
I do.
All life supports me.
All
life
life
supports me.
Why others are not repeating? Repeat second time. I can be what I want to be.
I can be what I want to be.
I can do what I want to do.
I can do what I want to do.
All life supports me.
All
life supports me.
Okay, third time. So I want every one of you to repeat after me. Let's do it together last time. I can be what I want to be.
I can
be what I want to be.
I can do what I want to do.
I can
do what I want to do.
All life supports me.
All life
supports me.
Great. How you are feeling now?
Great, sir.
Good
Yes.
feeling, ma'am. Good.
That's a power. Yeah, your day 20 mirror work exercise. So I would like you to watch a video of sweet little girl doing her affirmation. It's called Jessica Daily Affirmations. So let me play this video. Yeah, I'll share the audio. You're not getting the audio. Let me share the audio with you. So first, let us watch this video. Let us understand how she's telling her affirmation. You can share this video with your children, with your son or daughter, and you can ask them to say affirmation this way. Okay, let's watch that video and understand. I want every one of you to mute yourself. Yeah. Focus on the video. Pay attention.
Look, I can be a shark. Now my whole house is great. I can do anything good. I like my school. I like anything. I like my dad. I like my cousins. I like my aunts. I like my Allisons. I like my moms. I like my sisters. I like my dad. I like my I like my hair. I like my haircuts. I like my pajamas. I like my stuff. I like my rooms. I like my whole house. My whole house is great. I can do anything good. Yeah. I can do anything good. Better than anyone. Better than anyone.
Did you see how beautiful it is? Same way you can also teach your daughter, your son. It does not matter what their age is. Still you can teach them self-love and acceptance. Still they will learn. And if it is young, then it is easy for them. If they are old, then like how difficult for us initially, how difficult it is. Even for them also it will be very difficult if they are young. But if their age is very, very less, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 months, 6 months, then it is so easy to teach them to love and accept themselves. And it is okay, it's never too late. At least let's start now. For us also and for our children also. Now, watch this video with your children, okay, with your child and any child in your life, even with your inner child also. Like if you don't have a children, you can watch along with your inner child. And make sure you show this video. I'll share this link in the WhatsApp group that we have. You can show this video to your daughter or your son and you ask them to practice. Not only asking them to practice, you practice. When you are practicing, ask your daughter or son to join you and to practice the same. Okay, and then it is going to be easy. But if at all you ask only them to say it, they will never ever do it. But if you ask them to do along with you, then they are gonna do it more easily, more happily, with a lot of joy, with a lot of excitement. Initially, until they make it a habit. Once they make it a habit, then it is going to be easy, more joyful, more funful for them. They will do it every single day. And ask your child to do its own daily affirmations. So at least I would suggest you to do along with them for maybe for 1 month. Then that becomes a habit. Then they'll do themselves. Just as Jessica did in the video, ask the child what it is happy about and have it tell that to the mirror. So whatever the good things about herself, you can ask your son or daughter to tell in the mirror. You can start this exercise by doing your own mirror work and inviting your children, your child to join in. So then that is going to be more funful, more joyful. If you're only asking your children to do, they will never ever do it. Because initially, even for us too, if at all I ask you to do it, you'll never do it. That's the reason we are doing in the group. Just imagine how about your children and how you can expect them to love and accept themselves without you teaching them, without being practicing with them. So now it's time to practice along with them. You can start this exercise by doing your own mirror work and invitation by inviting your child to join in and say simple affirmation like, I love you. I love you. I love everything about you. I am great. I am beautiful. I have a cool hair. I can dance like a TV star. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I'm smart. You can tell these positive affirmations about yourself. Schedule a time every day to do mirror work with your child, even if only for a few minutes in the morning. Do you all have few minutes every single day? Do you all have few minutes? Not
Yes,
asking
sir.
few hours, I'm asking only few minutes.
Yes, sir.
Every one of us, we have few minutes. Yes or no? How about
Yes, sir.
Mitra, Rekha, Monica? We
Yes,
all
sir.
have few minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Yeah. Use this. Take few minutes of your time to practice with your daughter or son their self-love. It could be as simple as I love you. I really, really love you. I accept you. I love you exactly the way you are. You are intelligent. You are genius. You are smart. You are beautiful. Or I like my parents. I like my home. I like my hair. I like my skin. I like my weight. Appreciate your body also, so that you don't get any health issues. Teach them, and you practice along with them until they make it a habit. Okay. And now it's your job to practice along with them until they make it a habit. Once they make it a habit, they themselves, they do it because they find immense joy doing this activity. Like how you're feeling now every single day with these practices, same way your son or daughter is going to feel very, very soon. Maybe right from the day one, they're going to start feeling it. And once they truly find the joy of this work, they will never ever leave this work. Like how we do in the Millionaire Night routine every day without miss, they will also do it because they'll find so much of joy in doing this. Okay. Will you all do it every single day along with your son and daughter? Type me if you want to, if you are going to do it every day. Schedule a time, few minutes in the morning or few minutes in the night, few minutes whenever during the day. The power is within you, your day 20 journaling exercise. So begin today's journaling exercise by reading a story accepted from my book, The Adventures of Lulu. You can access it by visiting. Okay. Shall we read it in class or shall we do it later on? What's your suggestion? Shall we do it? Shall we read this story now or will you read it later? It's already 9 o'clock now. Will you do it now or shall we do it later? Now or later? Type it in the chat box or say, you can say, unmute yourself and you can say. Now or later?
Later, sir.
Okay, some of you are saying later, some of you are saying now. Type it in the chat box so that I will come to know. Now or later? Okay, why it's taking so much of time to load this page? Now or later? Type it in the chat box.
So now.
Okay, some of you, okay, Monica says later. How about others? Type it in the chat box. Okay. Okay, 50-50. Two people said now, two people said later. Okay, now, okay, three people now. How about others? Let's see the poll. Even the page also, it's taking much time. Let's see if it is opens. Let's see. How about others? Okay, the story has opened. Okay, quickly I'll finish it. I'll not take much of your time. So just 2 to 3 minutes of time, we'll finish it. Okay. Let's see how much it is. Okay, I think hardly takes 5 minutes for me. So I'll just read it. It's self-explanatory, but still I'll read it and I'll explain what is the story. Okay, is that okay? We'll do it together only now only, because if I tell later, even I will never do, even you will also will never do. Okay, we all know that. Okay, let's do this, read this story now itself. Is that okay for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Your other 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you for your permission. Thank you for your time. Let's read the story now itself. Yeah. If you have the children, you can ask them to join along with you every day session so that they will also get the benefit. Yes, now here is the story. The Adventures of Lulu. The following is an excerpt from the children's book about building self-esteem titled The Adventures of Lulu. The sun was almost always shining on the big house with 2 windows on each side of the front door that made it look like a happy face. Just give me a minute. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, the sun was almost always shining on the big house with 2 windows on each side of the front door that made it look like a happy face, with the steps leading to the porch as the smile. Lulu loved to play outside the yard, sometimes under the trees, sometimes on the tire swing, and sometimes with her little brother Barry. So Lulu is a girl. She used to play every day. Lulu loved to play outside in the yard, sometimes under the tree, sometimes under the terracing, and sometimes with her little brother Barry. Lulu knew that there was always something fun to do. She woke up each morning excited to find out what would happen that day. On this morning, Lulu woke up to the sounds of raindrops falling on the tree outside the window. She loved the rain. As she got out of bed, she decided to show her little brother Barry the wet weather. He was very young, could not get out of his crib by himself yet. Barry laughed as Lulu picked him up and took him to the windows. He still could not talk very well. And when she said Lulu's name, it would like sound ooh, 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 because he's not, because he's very young. His age is very young and his very age is very less. So he could not pronounce it clearly. So it sounds like ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Usually when children are calling like their names or our names, it will be very, very funny. Okay. Lulu it sounds like ooh, 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 wow, very jumping up and down, that young child. Okay, that I'm getting some noise from someone. Can you all mute yourself? Yeah, I'm muted. Great. Yeah, Barry laughed as Lulu picked them. And woo woo wah, Barry yelled, jumping up and down. His anger, like her brother is jumping up and down. It's rain. Barry, his big sister, explained. It makes the trees grow and flowers bloom, makes everything fresh and beautiful. Barry laughed again. Suddenly, Lulu heard, his sister, Lulu heard a sound in the distance, a funny kind of sound. Wah, wah. Somebody was crying. Lulu thought, okay, no, that's not wah, wah. Wah, wah. Like how they cry, the children. Somebody was crying. Lulu thought they might be hurt. So she lifted Barry back into his crib, then went downstairs to put on her raincoat. She took her umbrella with the flowers on it and hurried out to the back door to see who was crying. As she walked across lawn, she saw a frog sitting under a tree enjoying the rain. Good morning, Mr. Frog, Lulu greeted. She greeted Frog, Mr. Frog. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Lulu greeted and by saying, it's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Beautiful, wet, rainy, agreed Mr. Frog. It would be perfect except for that crying. Okay, then Lulu replied, it would be perfect except for that crying. Like Frog is crying. And she asked, do you know who it is? Lulu asked. No, Mr. Frog answered, but it's coming from the pond. Okay, it's coming from the pond. Why don't we hop over there together? And with that, he hopped off as Lulu followed behind him. Behind him is like a frog, like frog. As they got near the pond, the cries became louder and louder. It's not the frog, actually, the cry. It is coming from a pond. Okay, again, wah, wah. Lulu listened carefully and went to a patch of tall grass. Mr. Frog jumped beside her. They both poked their heads into the grass, and sitting inside was a very little yellow duck. There was a little yellow duck crying his eyes out. Wah, woe is me, wailed the little duck. Lulu put her hand on the duck's head, softly stroked it. Why are you crying? She asked. The little fellow raised his head. Oh, nobody likes me Nobody at all. He saw. Like the duck has explained that nobody likes me, nobody loves me, and no one asked the frog. I would say that it's pretty serious. Lulu continued to pet the little duck. Well, I like you. What's your name? Lulu, like Barry's sister. Lulu continued to pet the little duck. Well, I like you. What's your name? The duckling looked up and raised his eyes. My name is Willy. Well, then Lulu has replied, well, my name is Lulu, and this is Mr. Frog. Maybe we can help you. Lulu offered. Why do you think no one likes you? Like Lulu has asked this duck, why are you crying? Why do you think no one likes you? Then Willy sat up and said, this morning I was playing ball with some of farm animals from down the street. Gary, the goat name is Gary, threw the ball to me, and when I tried to catch it, I tripped over my feet and fell in the mud and lost my cap. Oh is me. And but Willy, what's so horrible about that? Lulu asked. But it was an accident, and you did not hurt yourself, did you? Lulu asked. Accident, so you didn't hurt yourself, did you? No, Willy sniffled, but then Clarice the calf called me Willy Bigfoot, and everybody started laughing. They would not stop, so I ran away, and now I have no more friends now. So even the calf also has something said negative about it, and she just ran away. That little duck has run away, and the duck is saying, I have no more friends now. Lulu patted Willy's head some more. Oh, Willy, like the duck name is Willy. She exclaimed, don't you know that the best friend you can ever have is you? So from here, I want every one of you to pay attention. This is very, very important. Don't you know that the best friend you can ever have is you? Even the best friend you can ever have is you. But I don't like me, Willy cried. But Willy said, the little duck said, I don't like myself, because I had a fight with that calf and goat. So I am dumb and clumsy. Mr. Frog looked at Willy and laughed. The frog laughed. Willy, you have no idea how many times you have tripped over my own 2 feet. Mine are much bigger than yours. It's really not such a terrible thing. It's just how you look at it. I've seen you in the pond, and you are a very good swimmer, better than I am. That's something to be proud of. And Willy always criticizes that nobody likes me, even though she swims very beautifully. Like Froggy explaining, you swims beautifully, better than me. Even though there are good things about Willy, Willy will never look into it. She started only focusing on the negative things. And Willy felt a little better when the frog has appreciated that you swim better than me. Then Willy felt a little better. And last week I saw you rescue baby kitten when she fell into the pond. Mama cat was so happy, and she thought you were so brave. Mr. Frog continued. Mr. Frog is explaining that Willy, the little duck, last week you have saved one baby kitten. So then Mama was also very happy. She did, Willy asked. You see, Lulu added, there are many good things about you. You just have not been looking for them. Even our life also, there are many good things are happening. We are not just looking for them. You know what I do when I'm feeling bad? What? Willy asked. The little duck asked Lulu, what you do? In my room, I have a mirror, and I call it magic mirror. Inside this mirror is my very best friend. She always going to be there for me, and when something goes wrong, she can make me feel better, and I can make her feel better too. She's talking about only herself and the inner child while looking into the mirror. But I don't have a magic mirror, Willy said. The little duck said, but I don't have a magic mirror. Lulu leaned close to the little duck. I can take you to my mirror. Your best friend will be there too. Lulu explaining the little duck, Willy, come to me, I'll show you your best friend. Willy got so excited. Okay, I'm going to meet my new friend. Willy is so excited. Oh, take me to your magic mirror, please. He squealed. Okay, Lulu answered, follow me. Do you want to go? Do you want to go to Mr. Frog? Do you also want to go? to Mr. Frog. Lulu asked Mr. Frog also, do you also wanted to go? Mr. Frog took a look at the pond and said, I think I'll stay here and go swimming. Nothing like a good swim in the morning. Gets the blood going, and with a splash, he was gone. The frog went for swimming. Lulu and Willy, that little duck, started back towards the house. You see, Willy, Lulu began. What you think about yourself will become true. This is what we want you to pay your attention. What you think about yourself will become true. If you feel that you're not good enough, nobody likes you, nobody will like you. If you think that you're not lovable, you're not lovable. So you don't want to think bad things. So don't think never bad things about yourself. You mean I am dumb, clumsy because I think I am? Willie asked. You mean I am dumb and clumsy because I think I am? Nobody else is thinking. Only I am thinking I am dumb and lazy. And if I'm thinking dumb and lazy, of course, everybody will think that I am dumb and lazy. Because that's how you've been thinking about yourself. Because nobody is judging you. You are the one who is judging about yourself that I'm lazy, I'm not good enough, like I'm poor, I never get the opportunities like this. You did not win, Willie guessed, right? So the next time I decided to say over and over to myself, you can do it, and you know what? You won. Willie shouted. Yes, Lulu said it really made a difference. Finally, they arrived at Lulu's house. They walked through the front door, past the kitchen, down the hall, upstairs into Lulu's room. Next to her bed on the wall was the magic mirror. Willie shouted with joy, oh, I'm going to meet my best friend, because Lulu has told, okay, to little duck, Willie, okay, I'm gonna show you your best friend in the mirror. So Willie is so excited, that little duck. Okay, now when you open your eyes, you will see your best friend. This is a person who will always be with you and who will never leave you. Open them now. Willie opened his eyes. That little duck opened his eyes, was surprised to find that he was looking at himself. But it's just me, he said. That's right, Lulu replied. No matter what happens to you in your life, your best friend is always going to be yourself. You're going to be there with you all the time. So your mirror is your best friend, not the mirror. The person whom you are looking into the mirror is going to stay with you forever and ever. That's nothing but your inner child. That's what we call it as a soul or a guide. Divine. That's right. Then say something nice to yourself. Whenever you look at into the mirror, say something nice to yourself. Willie felt shy. Initially, like how we felt at the beginning of the self-love practice, on the day one, we felt shy, no? Even Willie also felt the shyness. Hello, you ventured quietly, then turned to Lulu. I don't know what to say. Willie has said, like, I don't know what to say in the mirror. Tell him about the nice things that were said about you today. Like Frog has appreciated the Willie, right? Little duck, like you swim better than me. So tell about that. You are a good swimmer. Mama cat thinks you are brave because she saved that little baby. That's good. Lulu encouraged him. You can say, I love you. That sounds silly, Willie replied. Okay, initially it looks silly even while you are saying I love you in the mirror also. And it happened with the Willie also. Just try it, she pleaded. Willie looked at himself in the mirror. Well, he began again. I love you. I am sorry that I thought you were dumb and clumsy. So if you are telling anything negative about yourself, you can say, I love you and I'm sorry for saying all the negative things about yourself. And you know what? Willie felt little better. Initially when she did it, second time, she felt little better. He tried again. I love you. I really, really love you. And felt even better. The more he said, the better he felt. That Willie, little duck. Oh, Lulu. Okay. And Willie is replying. Oh, Lulu, he cried. I have never felt so good about myself. Lulu was so happy for Willie, that little duck. Now he would know that no one is ever really alone as long as they have themselves. The loneliness that you're feeling is just your feeling. That's just a feeling. That's just your mind. But life is always supporting you. It was getting late now, so it was time for Willie to go to home. Oh, Lulu, Willie sighed. And I wish I could take your magic mirror with me. Okay, Willie was saying, that little duck saying that I wish I could take your magic mirror with me. You don't need to have my mirror, Willie You don't have to need, you don't need to have my mirror, Willie. Lulu explained. Any mirror will do. In fact, the pond you live in is the best mirror for all. So when you get the moonlight or any light, you will get the reflection of your face in the pond. So you can say, you can use that as your mirror. Thank you, he exclaimed. Then I can look into the pond every day and see my best friend. And you will remember to say nice things to yourself. Lulu asked. Be sure to say, I love you. I really, really love you. Then Willie replied, yes, oh yes, Willie replied. He happily sang. That Willie happily sang, Willie, I love you. I really, really love you. As he and Lulu walked down to the stairs, through the hall, past the kitchen, where Barry was now sitting in his high chair. When Barry saw Willie walk by, he shouted Ducky, because it's a little duck, right? So that Barry started calling little Ducky. Lulu smiled as he heard her mother answer, now Barry, there are no ducks in the house. Outside, the rain had stopped. The sun was shining brightly. Lulu and Willie were walking back to the pond when they found all of Willie's friends. Gary, the goat, asked, where have you been, Willie? Here is your cap. We are playing a ball and we need you on our team. That's how, see, when magically even her friends, like duck friend, Willie's friends also have changed. Now they are calling, join into our team. You have been visiting with my, you have been visiting with my best friend, Willie answered proudly. He turned to Lulu and asked her to bend down because he had a secret to tell her. Lulu bent down close and quick as wink. Willie gave her a kiss on the cheek. Willie gave kiss to Lulu. Thank you, Lulu, he said. You have given me a wonderful new friend today. You are welcome, Lulu smiled. But remember, you have to keep being a friend to yourself just like you would any other friend. The more you love yourself, the happier you will be, you will see. And with that, Willie waved to Lulu and ran off with his friends to play the ball. That's a story. How was the story? Did you all enjoy? Did you all learn like how important it is to love, approve ourselves? And what we think that I'm not good enough, we think that, okay, others are saying that I'm not good enough. No, nobody's saying. You yourself are creating a label or creating a wrong image about yourself. That's all. Nobody is saying negative about yourself. It is you, your own mind, creating a negative image of yourself. Now, when you constantly look into mirror and say this positive affirmation every time you come across a mirror, and you will see all this negativity going off your life, and teach your children also the self-love, so that their life also becomes more happy and joyful. That's what all about the story. How you're feeling about the story? How is the story? Superb.
It's really nice. Superb.
Okay, great. Now let's continue with this practice. Good. Okay, here one now. Have drawing paper, colored pencils, colored markers, carry-ons, glue ready, and ask your child to draw a magic mirror to go to, just as Lulu does in the book. Encourage the child to decorate the mirror, glue pretty pictures around it, and glitter and sparkles them to the frame. Cover it in a riot of color. With your child, take turns looking in the magic mirror and saying wonderful things about yourself. You can give your children, like you can take a drawing paper, you can do by yourself also, or you can give to your children also. Give drawing paper, colored pencils, colored markers, crayons, glue ready, everything. Ask your child to draw a magic mirror to go, just as Lulu does in the book, and encourage the child to decorate the mirror. Give them a mirror and they'll decorate it with a beautiful pictures around it, glue pretty pictures around it, add glitter and sparkles to frame, cover it in a riot of color. With your child, take turns looking in the magic mirror and saying wonderful things about yourself. Write down the positive statements you and your child say, so you can repeat them when you do your morning mirror work together. So you can write down positive affirmation. It could be as simple as initially, I love you. I really, really love you. If you're not able to say this, then you can say, I am willing to love you. I'm willing to accept you. I'm willing to approve you. Initially, you can start this. If you're someone you have been criticizing from many years, now you can start with, I'm willing to accept you. I'm willing to love you. Okay. And you have to write down few positive statements, and you can carry this list with you, or you can remember this list in your mind. And whenever you come across a mirror, make sure you do it every single day. Multiple times in a day also you can do this. And your heart thought for day 20, I communicate openly with my children. So why we have a, if you're, let's say, if you're not having a loving relationship with your children, it's simply because you're not communicating openly with them. And this is to happen with my elder brother and with my father. They never used to communicate. Even my father will never communicate to my elder brother, and he'll also never communicate to my father. This is what happening with them. It's because they're not able to express, because they are not loving themselves. Somewhere they had a belief that I'm not good enough. My brother felt like that, and he was not talking to my father. But now it has changed. Even my brother has also started practicing all this. Though we teach them, we also share this knowledge. Like initially, my sister learned all this knowledge, and because of her, she started teaching to me. And when I learned, both of us, we started teaching to my brother, and we three of us, we started teaching to our entire family members, like my mother, father, and my grandmothers also. Now they also do meditation. They don't speak negative much. When compared to earlier, they used to speak a lot of negative things in the family. But now everybody, like because of one person, which is my sister. So that's the impact of this work. So even one person changes, entire family is going to change. So now be that person. Be the change maker. So you are the change maker in your family. So be that person. You got this opportunity to know about yourself, and you got this opportunity. Now you must also give this opportunity to your children also, to share this knowledge with them and to teach them to love and accept them as they are, exactly the way they are. And it is vitally important to keep the lines of communication open with the children, especially during the teen years. So often, especially during the teen years, teach them. So often children are told things like, don't say that, don't do that, don't feel that, don't be that way, don't express that. When all that they hear is don't, they stop communicating. If you keep telling that, don't do this, don't go there, don't do like this, don't play the games, don't watch the don't, the more you tell don't, they'll stop communicating to you. Okay. And their children are older, parents complain, my children never call me. Why children are never calling you? Because from your child you keep telling that don't do that, don't do this, don't do that way. If you keep, the more you tell don't, they'll never even call you. That's what happened. Okay. That's what happens with most of the parents. Now as an adult, now you need to learn, because you will not do this to your children. When you don't do this, when you don't tell them like don't do this way, that way, then your relationships, you are able to communicate them openly with your heart, then relationships also will improve and relationship will blossom. And because the lines of communication have been cut, that's why you're not getting a call from them. Like if you're a parent who is not at all getting any calls from your sons, like your son or your daughter. Initially I used to do this, okay, when I was in hostel, because it's far away from me. My hostel, my village is far away from the hostel where I used to live. It is in Guntur. Like my place is Bikoda Chittur district. I used to go to altogether different district, which is Guntur district. It's almost close to some 600-700 kilometers. It takes almost 10 to 15 hours of journey. I was in hostel for 3 years. And I never used to communicate. I never used to feel like communicating with my parents. Unless until they call, I'll never even talk to them, because somewhere I felt that I lost the connection, because they used to tell me, don't do this way, only do this, only do this, don't do other things, don't do this way, don't speak like that, don't do like this, don't go there, don't go here. The more I heard don't, then I stopped communicating to them. Now I changed it. Now I've become more aware. Now I worked on myself a lot. Now our relationships, it is more beautiful. Now after started working on, so it's never too late, at least start now. And I started only in the year 2019. I started knowing all these concepts. I started practicing at the same time. I started teaching. I started teaching and practicing at the same time. That's how I became, like more powerful. I feel like more powerful in the sense, not externally, not with the other status or with the money, but I feel I become more powerful. Like I got more inner power, inner strength. And that's what I'm able to sit for even like it's been 1.5 hours now. I'm able to speak continuously. I'm able to speak with a lot of joy, with a lot of peace, with a lot of clarity, with a lot of conviction. And because of all the work what I've did, initially I was not confident. Okay, and some of you, those who are at the beginning of my career, when I and like you might have seen the huge difference in me, in my communication, in my clarity, in my courage, in my confidence. It has changed to a whole level, to different level. When you are open with your children using positive statements like it's okay to feel sad and it's okay, you can talk to me about it. What is that something that you are not able to what is that you wanted to discuss with me? You can openly talk to them so that they will become more expressive, and you encourage them to share their feelings. The lines of communication will be restored again. Then you will have a good bonding. Right now, like even we have a good bonding with my father now, even with my elder brother and with my father also. Now it has improved to a great extent, but still we are working on it. Okay, because it's a process. Even for me also, sometimes I don't communicate because sometimes even they speak negative sometimes, but it has reduced to a lot extent now. So that's a beauty, and it's a progress. Like it's a process and it's a progress. And Advaita meditation. So welcome the child. Welcome the child. Place a hand over your heart. Close your eyes. Allow yourself not only to see your inner child, but also to be that child. Ask someone to read the following paragraph to you. Imagine you are hearing your parents to tell you. So now you can think of me. I'm reading for you. So you can just think that I'm your parent now for time being, and you are listening all this from you. We are so glad you came. Okay, now I want you to close your eyes, though we do a meditation. So now let's do it. Okay, just close your eyes. Just imagine like I'm as a parent and I'm speaking these words to you. We are so glad you came. We have been waiting for you. We wanted you so much to be part of our family. You're so important to us. The family, you wouldn't be the same without you. We love you. We want to hold you. We want to help you grow up to be all that you can be. You don't have to be like us. You can be yourself. We love your uniqueness. You are so beautiful. You're so bright. You're so creative. It gives such pleasure to have you here. We thank you for choosing our family. We know you are blessed. You have blessed us by coming into our family. We love you. We really, really love you. Slowly come back and gently open your eyes. How you're feeling now? Now you just imagine me as your parent and you're listening to all these statements and you're feeling so wonderful. Imagine like if you are saying these words to your children, how they would feel. How they would feel. Now you felt so good. Now you felt feeling so happy and joyful. Let's imagine you are saying these statements, these words to your children every single day. Imagine how their life is going to be. Imagine how their behavior is going to be. It's going to change to the extent you have never even imagined. So that's the beauty of this work. So now you're all understanding it. It's a very intense process. All these actually, more than the gratitude, the self-love practices, it's too intense. Sometimes we may cry, and it's good to release all these emotions. And it's okay if you're feeling like crying, you can cry a lot. You can take a tissue paper and you can cry as much as you want. You can cry. Let go of all these negative emotions. Let go of all your whatever the mistakes that you have done, or maybe your parents might have abused, or somebody might have abused, and it's okay, completely all right. Let go now. Now tell this, like whatever the statements I told to you as a considering myself as your parent, now you felt so good, and you also tell these statements to your daughter and son, maybe at least once in a day. Okay, you don't have to even tell to them, like even if you tell on an energetic level, if you tell truly that by closing your eyes, or maybe by opening your eyes, if you tell them truly feel that, if you say all these positive statements, even they could feel the energy, because everything is energy. Because now you're opening your heart because you realized what the mistake that you have done. So, and not a mistake, actually. It's not, when we do something out of knowing, that's a mistake. It's not a mistake. Actually, we did unconsciously. Unconsciously, we did it. Now let's be conscious by choosing these words, by saying these words to your son and daughter. Let your little child makes these words true for you. Be aware that every day you look into your mirror and say these words. Even you can say these words too in the mirror. By looking in the mirror, you can say these words to yourself. Be aware that every day you can look in the mirror and say these words. You can tell yourself all the things you wanted your parents to tell you. Whatever the words your parents to tell you, tell all the words in the mirror. Okay? And your little child needs to feel wanted and loved. Give that to your child. No matter how old you are or how sick or scared the little child within you is, needs to be wanted and loved. Keep telling your inner child, I want you, I love you. It is the truth for you. The universe wants you here, and that's why you are here. You have always been loved and will always be loved throughout eternity. You can live happily ever after, and so it is. Yeah, we are done. Now let's do the meditation. After that, we are going to wind up. So let me play the meditation. Okay, 1 second. I'm not got the message. Okay, I'm not got the meditation. Just give me a minute and just check the audio of this day 20. Okay, anyhow, the meditation is not with me because it is in another laptop, so I couldn't get this meditation. Anyhow, we have done. I've read all these statements for you, so that's all about it for today. And repeat these statements, positive statements in the mirror, like the words that you want to hear from your parents. So write down all those statements and tell yourself in the mirror. Okay, and that's all for today. And now let's listen from our new members, how they are feeling, how new soul friends. First, who would like to share? Monica or Rekha? Who wants to go first?
Yes, sir. Rekha here.
Okay, let's hear from Rekha. Monica, I'll come back to you later. So let's hear from Rekha. You can unmute yourself and unmute and turn on your video.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, turn on your video. Yeah,
Yes,
how you're
sir.
feeling about this entire session?
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Okay, how you're feeling now?
Yeah, if this all sentence our parents would know, it will be better life.
Yeah, at least now you understood this. Now you pass on to your children so that they feel very better.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, what did you feel that one most important thing that you learned in this session, in today's session?
That is about relation, children and parents. If we are
Great.
telling positive
Great.
sentence,
And
our children's future can be bright.
yes, very, very true. I'm sure that you're going to implement it from now onwards.
Yeah, sir.
Great. Thank
Sure.
you. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
touch
do
wood,
you
our
feel
relation is too good. Touch wood, sir, our relation
it's
is
going
really
to be
too
more
good.
beautiful? It's going to be more
Yeah,
beautiful
it will
now.
be more beautiful. It will be more beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Like, do you feel, is it worth taking the decision to join the program?
Yeah, it's worth.
Yes, no, this is just a beginning, not even a trailer, I would say. It's just some
Yeah,
picture.
it's
It's a
just a
picture of
beginning.
what I would call it a movie. Yeah, just a beginning. Yet the magic and miracle already has begun. So you just have to allow it. Okay, thank you so much, Rekha, for joining and being till
Thank you.
now. It's really, you
Thank
said
you.
like
Thank you so much.
9 o'clock session, but why it's 8 o'clock? So again, see, you're there till now. It's 9:40. You're there, and I really appreciate your dedication, time, and commitment. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. And now let's hear from Monica. Hi, Monica. You
Sir,
can
my
turn on your
video,
video.
yeah, my video is off. Actually, I'm making my child sleep.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, fine. You can speak. Like how you're feeling.
Yeah, yeah, I'm feeling really great. I had enough knowledge, and even I'm very much positive throughout the session, and I have learned so much.
Yes. What did you learn in this session?
And like, I want to be positive all the time. I'm very
Mm.
like, I want to implement with my children's also. I should not blame them. I'm every time I used to scold them. Yeah, I used to shout with them. So I don't want to behave that way.
And that's okay. Now you have become aware, so you'll never do this
Yeah,
mistake again.
sure,
Because
sure.
earlier, and yeah, as I said, it's not a mistake. Earlier you used to do unconsciously. Now you
Yes.
become more conscious, more aware. So you will never ever do that. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah. And how you're feeling now?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Great. Thank you so much, Monica Singh, for
Thank you.
joining and staying till now. Because though I understand that you have a daughter or a son.
Both my son is 7 years and my daughter she is 4 years.
Okay, okay, okay. You have to take care of them. Though you're taking care of them, and it's almost close to 1 hour 42
Yeah,
minutes.
yes,
So
sir.
thank you so much for giving this time and spending. This is because you are giving. This is a gift that you are giving to yourself. This is the
Yes, sir,
best
exactly.
gift that you can give, because
Yes,
that nothing can give you so much of joy unless until this, because this self-love and gratitude practices is helping you to get the joy from within. I think no other
okay.
gift can replace this joy.
Yes, sir, exactly.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Monica Singh, for
Thank you,
joining
thank you,
and
sir.
sharing with
Yeah,
us. Yes,
thank you.
thank you. And how you're feeling? Any of you want to share? Like, let's hear from Asha Agarwal. Hi, Asha.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Have you slept? Are you
No,
awake?
sir. I'm awake.
Okay, like you have like usually you'll have that children, like your sister's daughter. Daughter,
Sister's
right? Your
daughter?
sister's daughter, baby. She slept already?
No, sir.
Oh,
Oh, sir, she's outside, sir. Yes,
oh,
now
she's
today.
outside. They're not at your home?
No, sir. One is here, one is playing there.
Okay, 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 fine. You can share, Asha, how is it, this entire session?
So I have already implemented these things in my daughter, so I can see some changes. Though she is not regular, but she enjoys listening to you, listening to ma'am. And when I sit and write gratitude, she also sits and write gratitude. She even sometimes practices mirror work also, and she is also changing little bit. She's little bit. She's opening now. Yes,
Great. The
I
more
can
you
see this.
practice, the easy it becomes. Even for you, it becomes more easy. Even for your daughter also, it becomes more easy.
So
Okay.
in the kids, uh,
Yeah.
you have taken 2 weeks kids session, no? She has
Yes.
joined some of these sessions. I think so. She asked you in that session that why I am not getting full marks. I am getting 29, 28. I
Mm.
think so. She said me that I have asked sir that why I am getting 28 and 29. Then sir said that you must be little more bit more focused and you must pay little bit attention. Now she's getting in every subject she's getting 30 out of 30. Today also she got English language paper, she got 30 out of 30. She said that now I'm getting full marks in every subject. So I'm said because you did that 14 days class, no, so from there you are getting, but you must continue to do those practices every day. She tells, I cannot do every day. I'm trying, but I cannot do every day. I said, okay, you will learn slowly.
Great,
Mhm.
great. I think, Asha, you have changed a lot. And you have changed a lot because of you. Even Lavanya has also changed a lot. Isn't it? I feel this is truly a miracle. She was not at all opening up. She's not at all joining the classes. She's not at all practicing it. Now she's started coming to you. She started talking to you. She started expressing. She started practicing along with you. This is really magic. And this scoring out is not a. It's really magic. It's out of the
And
blue.
yes, sir. And she's doing all her projects on time. I'm
Wow.
not telling that you have to do your work now. Just a reminder that some works are pending, you have to do it. She is doing those work by herself. Studies, she will do it, but rest of the work I have to do. But studies, she will do it by herself. I'm not looking after her studies now.
This is what happens when you truly accept them, love them, and you allow them to be as they are. When you allow, when you accept, when you truly love them, accept and approve them, this is what happens. This is what miracles happens. Earlier, she used to get 20 to 25 marks. Now she's getting out in all the papers.
Yes, sir.
That's a beauty. And not only that, she's also started practicing with her mother, like Asha. So her daughter name is Lavanya. See, Lavanya started practicing with Asha every day. Not every day, sometimes in a day. And because of her studies, she could not focus much. And because her school timings are different and her tuition timings are different. But now she's also started practicing, not regularly, but she started practicing sometimes. But huge shift, huge progress, huge change. So enjoy that progress, celebrate that success, and
Yes,
be
sir.
excited for more.
So just because she will compare that you are only writing 10, see, I have written 40. Today I will write
Wow.
45.
That's really great. That's really
She will
great.
compare with me. Yes, sir. Thank
I
you
think
so much, sir.
you are really blessed with a wonderful soul, and you're
Yes,
also
sir.
wonderful soul. You both are blessed, and you're always protected. You're always supported. You're living in a supported universe. Remember that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And life is going to be really, really magic, and it's already magic now. It's going to be more magical.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
So
you.
just
Thank you.
because of you and ma'am, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you. It is our pleasure. And
Yes, sir.
thank you. Please
And
share. Please, all this, the more you share with us, actually, we feel more joy and we feel more excitement to do this work.
sir, I
Okay.
cannot express so much in writing, so I'm unable to
You
share. I
can
will
share
try
in
my
the
best.
classes. Like whenever we
Okay,
connect,
sir.
you can share in the classes. Okay.
Yes, sir. Surely.
Yeah,
sir.
thank you so much for sharing. And because of you also, like many parents, they got some clarity, like what magic can happen, like once we started working on yourself. And I used to, every time I used to tell her, don't focus on your daughter, focus on yourself. Then
Yes,
Asha
sir.
started focusing on herself. She started working on herself. Slowly now Lavanya also started practicing with Asha. So that's a beauty.
So,
And yeah, yes, Asha, you can.
yes, and as ma'am has said, be committed. Take your dinner before 6. So I have skipped my dinner nowadays. I don't take dinner. I take milk or soup or fruits at night. So I'm becoming, means I feel very good and active throughout the day. So I take only 2 meals, means breakfast and afternoon. So from 2 weeks, I'm trying my best so that I can maintain this and will not take my dinner. So,
Great. That's good. Actually,
yes,
taking 2 meals is good. Because
yes,
that's
sir.
more than enough for me. Even in this Ayappa Diksha also, even I'm taking only 2 times, like morning and in the evening around 6 or 7 o'clock. Okay, and that's
Yes, sir.
good. And because what the food is sufficient, whatever the food already, the calories already there. When we burn that calories, automatically the food will intake will be there automatically. But the more we put itself, it becomes very difficult to digest for even for your body. It's like a mixie jar. If you are putting, what happens more, if you're putting more items into the jar full, so can it mix it properly? Can the machine run properly? No, it will break down. Even with your gut also, don't put too much. So yeah, and eating 2 times is good. And if not, also if you're eating 3 times, still make sure you are eating little. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Asha, for sharing. So your transformation
Thank
journey.
you so much, sir.
I feel it has inspired other people also, the other parents. So now they're gonna love their children and they're gonna focus more on themselves. And once you start focusing on yourself, then your sons, your children also, they'll also change their behavior. Yes. And let's hear from Sagar. I would like to hear from Sagar.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. They all slept?
Yes.
Everybody slept
No,
in the
sir,
home?
no, sir.
I feel everybody in the home slept. Only you are the only person you are awake.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My daughter is wake up now again.
Oh, okay. Now, if she is getting disturbed, then probably we can speak tomorrow.
No, sir, no problem, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'll share here, sir. From last, I'll share you my actual image, the face transformation I have in those past 21 days mirror work, and before that and after. Those are always sessions are really good, very good, you know. That's why I never skip any session. And today's session is also very special because it helped me a lot. Maybe my daughter is very, you know, she's too, yeah, means she's just 6 months now, but it could be help me when she will get,
Yes.
yeah. And I have two nieces also. My
Mhm.
brother's daughter, they are twins. Yes, I'll definitely work along with them also. Yes, sir. And the journey is very going, uh, very well going, sir. My journey with you and Manjula ma'am is really, sir. Thank you so much. Lots of my gratitude from my side to both of you, sir. Many
Thank
more
you.
gratitude, sir. Can't even share in words, and if it in written also, then I will be not able to complete, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. It is a pleasure. And thank you so much. I can really feel how much you are grateful because of
Yes, sir.
the transformation this happened. And yeah, this is, I think, a lot of magics. There's a lot of magics and miracles, and many more on its way. And definitely, your relationships is going to be more beautiful. It's already beautiful. It's going to be even more beautiful. If you're already getting money, you're going to get even more big money. And if your health is more, even you're going to get more healthy. Yes,
Yes,
great.
sir.
Yeah,
So
and yeah,
especially,
he said, and don't tell like your daughter is only 6 months. Even if she is 6 months, but still she could understand what is our energy and what is vibration. So make sure you keep saying the positive affirmation to about herself.
yes, sir. Always I used to say in her ears, you know, that you are beautiful, you are good enough. Always I do this. And sir, one more thing I wanted to share here.
Yes.
My thought process, sir, that has been changed tremendously, sir. In last 2 months, I'm observing myself. Even only the not me, even my nephew is there. When I have a nephew, even he told me yesterday that you have reduced your anger. My mother says, yes, sir. Yes, I have seen my changes, you know, in my thought process, sir. Lots of changes are there, sir. So much, sir. Even if I share, I'll take more of my time. That's all, and I'll not take more time, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sagar. So really feeling happy today. I am feeling like this is what gives us joy to continue the session. Though we have promised only for half an hour, it almost took 2 hours of time. So, but still, we wanted to share because we want you to be happy, peaceful, more joyful, and your success, your happiness is our happiness. The more you feel, the more you share with us how you are happy, then we are going to be more happy now. We are already happy, and we are going to become more happy by sharing your journey, your happy transformation journey with us. Thank you so much, everyone. And I feel Rekha and Monica, you're all inspired by existing members, their journey, how their transformation. So, and this is just a beginning. Be excited, and I look forward to see you tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Till then, enjoy, have fun, go to bed, sleep peacefully, joyfully. If you have any disturbed thoughts, so it's okay. You can do the meditation. Also, we'll share the meditation links also with you. We have not yet shared with the new members. We'll share it with you. You can do the meditations and go to bed, sleep fully, peacefully, and yeah, you wake up with the same positive energy. Thank you,
Excuse
everyone.
me,
Good
sir.
night. Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Morning sessions are from Monday to Friday, na?
Morning sessions Monday to Friday, yes, but this we
Yeah,
have a
tomorrow is
special.
Saturday.
Yeah, tomorrow is Saturday, but still we have a tomorrow session because we are doing a special sessions, which is gratitude 28 days practices. We have already completed 20 days and remaining 8 days are there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next 8 days, morning, Saturday and Sunday classes also will be gratitude, morning 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. After that, the schedule will be different and we'll update about that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Monica, even for you, the timings are same for next. I think she'll act. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And especially thank you to Asha, Rekha, and Sagar for staying till end, till this moment. And enjoy, have fun. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
sir. Have a great night, sir.
Bye.